No intro video on this one because this is one of my longer videos. It's like 26 minutes. So we're just going to dive right into it. Thank you for supporting the channel. Let's go. Oh, that was this thing that was seeing me. All right, Coyote. I know that was you. There we go. See that bonus armor? You know what I mean? So it don't really matter, honestly. Let me guess, you about to say I'm a fucking Marine, right? I've heard this before. I've heard this before, and it matters to me none. I'm a fuck. That's what she said. I'm a fuck. She didn't even get Marina. I'm a fuck. Ugh. That's right, bitch. You're fucking dead. That's who you are. I'm a fucking dead NPC. That's what you should say. I'm a fucking dead NPC. One thing that's cool is my armor is sticking. You guys may remember that from my first time with this marksman rifle build. See how I threw that out and my armor is sticking? I don't know, there's some kind of thing with the hot shot. I think after you execute those 4, I think it's that consecutiveness going on, that, you know, still maintain that bonus regardless. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. That's not a good situation. Let's get out of this jam right away, sir. Woo! Run, get down.
Vital signs critical.
Woo! There we go. Fuck him up. Y'all can fuck him up. He came over here all disrespectful. Alright, that's pretty dope. You know, I put a different build together and I thought that it stopped working, but apparently it still works. I'll explain what's happening in a minute. Let's clear this out. If you don't understand what you're saying. Kind of got me surrounded here. Not bad gameplay for the NPCs, honestly. I mean, their timing is on point. Like, they're really on point right now. This is some good gameplay. I mean, they circled me in, you know what I mean? So that I would still be visible to them, regardless if I got the decoy up. Good shit. Kind of challenged me, you know what I mean? Can't use the same strategy over and over again. There you go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, this is taking too long. Let's clear this shit up. We just gonna clean them up with the glory days. What are you made of? Teflon, sir. Teflon Dawn. We finally meet. I don't know who Teflon Dawn is, but I've heard that before. Probably in a song. Who's the Teflon Dawn? I have no idea. I have no idea. But I do know you are not saving anyone, Mr. Medic. All right, Coyote. It's me and you. Yeah. Oh, fuck, not again. That's all they ever do is kill me. All they ever do. No one ever comes to say hi. They always want to kill the Coyote. Take my mask. That's right, bitch. I want your mask. I've been here 100,000 times. I feel like she can still see me. She's not paying any attention to my decoy. You're either gonna drop from this Mantis, or I'm gonna insult you and jump up in your face with this Glory Days. Or I can just throw a hive at you. How you want it? Oh, asshole. Okay, let's just hive you then. Oh, yo! Please, 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 please.
I hope she suffered a bit.
Please.
Anyway, thanks to you, we're an important step
God
to getting the
damn it!
back to
All right, let's break it down, baby. All right, so now there's many different variants that we can do of this build, but different ways to work this. One includes a rifle that is it's an oldie but a goodie, right? And we'll get to that in a moment. So first things first, we're going to look at the bonus armor, right? How do you enable the bonus armor on this build? So you're going to need a marksman rifle to do that, right? And you're going to get 4 headshots, and you're going to consecutively continue to get those headshots. Now, it's easier to do that with the Mantis than it will be with the Nemesis. Now, of course, you can accomplish that with the Nemesis, but it takes a little bit longer to really, if you really want to actually take advantage of the talent on the Nemesis, you're going to have to stand out of cover for a longer period of time. All right. So that's one thing I don't like about using the Nemesis. And towards the beginning of the video, you heard me say that, you mentioned in staying out of cover for a longer period of time. Right. Throughout the gameplay, you might have noticed my bonus armor going up. And that is because of the hot shot talent. Right. So first things we're going to do is we're going to set ourselves up. We walked into a room. Decoy. They don't see me. They're focused on the decoy. Right. So we're going to execute these headshots. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see my bonus armor? Keep looking at the bonus armor. At a max of 50%, basically. See how that bonus armor is just cranking up a little bit more, right? And it'll max out at 50%. So now we're at full. Down at the bottom, you can see where my headache, my headache icon from the hot shot talent, right? Now, I'm gonna switch weapons. You'll see the talent, the talent icon go away, which means I'm gonna lose the reload. I'm going to lose the 20%, but I will not lose the bonus armor. See that? Bonus armor will stay, right? So now keep in mind with this on this build, you got 1.3, but we just cranked out another 50% bonus armor. So add a 50% onto that 1.3. Follow me? That is the reason why we're at 1.3, and I didn't really go too hard on trying to crank out more, blues versus just having more reds up there, right? Now we do have some armor regen, not a whole lot, but we got 2, right? We got armor regen here in the mask, and we got armor regen in this holster, which everybody's familiar with my armor regen holster, my Brazo, right? This is the armor regen one, and then I have one that is a skill damage variant of the same, same holster, right? So that was the armor. We looked at the 50% bonus armor. Now let's look at how this build is coming together. Let's crank this up. We're gonna look at our bonus damage. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and throw our decoy out there. Just for, pretend. We're pretending that, of course, the NPCs are doing damage to the Right, yeah, you notice that second shot, after the second shot, now you can one shot with this build, right? After the second shot. And I honestly do not have to stay out of cover for a long period of time. As long as I can line up my shot, I'm good. Not like the Nemesis, you got to hold that trigger down for a little bit before you know what I mean? Now, I don't know if you notice, if you look at the bottom, you'll see 3 icons all active at the same time. One is telling me that the cooldown on my decoy is refreshed. One is from the hot shot talent, and the other is from the perfect headhunter chest plate, right? Talent or your hot shot. All right. First shot from your first headshot with your marksman rifle will increase your next headshot by 20% damage, right? Second consecutive headshot with a marksman rifle will give you 10% bonus armor. If at full armor, it will give you 50% max armor, right? It's a max of your current armor value. Third consecutive shot will refill the magazine. From the fourth headshot forward, agents will get all 3 bonus. For each headshot, you get all 3 bonuses, right? As long as you don't miss a headshot. You miss a headshot, it resets, basically, right? Get it? Got it. Good. That is the talent. So that is the reason why the bonus armor is up. And the cool thing, again, is you will maintain your bonus armor even after the talent is gone, right? You'll still have that bonus armor, which is phenomenal, right? So there's that. Now we're going to partner that. Remember, we're 4 shots. We're going to partner that with the perfect headhunter, the chest plate chain killer, right? So basically, when we read this, right, you got 30 seconds to get your next headshot, right? So basically, listen, you can go to the body, right? You can execute a headshot, boom, kill somebody with a headshot, and then go to the body if you want to, right? Your next weapon hit will have, 150. But here's the idea. If you keep getting headshots with this, you're definitely going to go over 150. So let's read this. After killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds, there's an additional 150 of that killing blow's damage, right? Your damage is capped at 800%, but of your weapon damage, but that is raised to 1250% if your headshot damage is greater than 150. And you better believe it is greater than 150. Not just because of what the chest plate is doing, but also because of this 111 headshot damage, right? Let's look at our stats. Headshot damage is at 201%, right? And we go on down here. Marksman rifles 59.8 and 15 for your others. All right, so there's that. Now, of course, you can go light machine gun or whatever you want, but I think personally, your marksman rifle with the AR combo, more specifically the Glory Days, is it, because the Glory Days is going to be easy to execute those headshots. You know what I mean? You don't have to put a lot of stability into the build. You can focus on other things, right? So there's that, right? Now, the Mantis, we saw with the Mantis getting a headshot, we was like one shot, then the next shot is your, so one shot, then the next shot. From now on, now you can start executing those one-shot kills. You see what I'm saying? And you're maxing out like 14.6 million. That was like 15. I think the highest was like 17 or 18 million, something like that. I didn't even see what that one was. Hold on. That one was really high. I didn't see it though. 15 something, right? So 15, probably like 18 million is your highest. But when you start talking about the Nemesis, oh boy, we're getting up there to like 40 million. You get this ridiculous numbers when we start talking about the Nemesis, right? So your first shot won't be as high, but it builds. I didn't see that one. Damn, I didn't see that one either. That was 35, 30 something. 34 million. I saw that one clearly. That was 36, I think. $28. And I need you to see that I'm not even holding it down that long, but when we hold it down for a longer period of time, that's how you really execute the talent on the Nemesis, of course. So let's hold it down a little bit. That was 38.2. Follow me? So, and we could have held it longer than that. That would get you up to 40, right? So, yeah. I've gotten 40 million with this marksman rifle. Problem is, again, with this particular setup, now I'm not using a healer, and the reason why is because I don't want to overdo it. I want to give myself a false sense of security. I want to rely on my technique as well. So instead of using a healer skill, I decided to go with an offensive skill, which of course is a hive. Right now, with the hive, I mean, of course, with the hive and the mantis, you win. A little bit difficult when it comes to the nemesis though, because this is definitely going to catch their attention. But your problem is there's no support for that. You have zero support for that thing, right? You throw your hive out there offensive, that helps you control the room, certainly. But there's no support. Now, the only way that you can provide support for those is maybe with your pistol. But with a marksman rifle build, how often are you going to actually be able to use your pistol? You see what I'm saying? Now, you could go for support for your drone, I mean, for your decoy and for your hive with your secondary. Perhaps you could do that if you're going to go the nemesis route, right? But you got so many different variations that you're going to play with. The only thing that's going to stay the same is the actual gear itself, right? The build. But your weapons, you alternate. Your skills, you alternate according to your gaming style and what you feel like you might need. Another thing we want to check out. This is a different variant of this build, right? So we're going to switch both of these again. Now, let's do this one first because I just want to keep the build in suspense. So we're going to switch this to my beloved Covert SRS. I have this variant and then I have this one. We're going to use this one because we'll use this to build up our skill damage, right? So this is if you're going to keep these same skills, right? With a marksman rifle, I just really like having that decoy, right? So I can stay out of cover a little bit longer, really execute my headshots because, again, it's headshot focused, right? So I go with the Covert SRS because I love the Covert SRS. You guys know I love that gun. But we're going to do something a little different this time because you always have to use a rifle when you're using Technician because you always have to have a rifle highlighted. Excuse me, you don't have to use a rifle, but you have to have the rifle highlighted anytime you run a Technician because that's how you get the laser pointer, right? So we're going to use the trusty, dusty, duster off, the Merciless. You might be thinking like, what? But what you need to keep in mind is the amount of weapon handling we have in this build. It turns the Merciless into this. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the same spot on a Merciless. How hard is that to accomplish, right? You absolutely need a ton of weapon handling on a Merciless. Now, with this build, you can dust your Merciless off and get her back out there, and she is an absolute monster. This was one of my first exotic weapons in game. Actually, there's a different variant of it called the Ruthless, which is sitting right over there. That's the Ruthless. You get the Ruthless and that little lullaby, though. These two, as what you get with the deluxe version of Division 2 when you first buy it. I bought that a long time ago. But anyway, this is the variant that you'll pick up in game. The Merciless. This is the one that you'll pick up in the streets, right? Versus the Ruthless, right? So let's go ahead and crank her out. Yes. And I do have the blueprint, I believe, for the Ruthless. I do want to build that one out again, actually. I like the Ruthless better than the Merciless, only because it folds down in the back when you put it on your backpack. Yep. You follow me here? You can go nuts with this. You follow me? I mean, and then if you need to zoom in, I like to shoot over top of the rail, but if you need to zoom in, I mean, you're here with it. Tell me that's not, I mean, look at the numbers you're getting, right? With this guy. 1.7, 190, 400. I mean, come on, bro. With the Merciless. So, another variant. You can check that out. So, you can be very versatile with this build. Pistol, do whatever you want to do with the pistol. But, you know, I really like this one because you can be very versatile. You're stepping away from the unbreakable chest plates. Perfect spotter, which is another one of my favorites. But you're going back to another legendary fucking chest plate, which is Chain Killer. We've been sleeping on it lately. We've been spoiling ourselves with the unbreakables and the perfect spotters. But what about your Chain Killer? Pull that Chain Killer back out. Let's get her. Let's you know what I mean? Let's put her to work. You know what I mean? Let's get her working. Yeah, absolutely love this build. Right? You got your 8 up top. You got 4 main cores in red and then 4 support, 3 main core blue, 3 support, 1 for your yellows, but you got a 3-tier because you're doing the ninja backpack combo again with running technician, right? So the ninja backpack with the technician and that Brazo holster is giving you 3 skill tiers, which is great for your decoy. It's gonna, give it a little bit more life for your decoy there, without having to actually use yellow, cores in the build. You can still overcharge, especially when you're using this bad boy. Now, let's check this out real quick before we get out of here. This is one thing I love about this gun. You guys know I love the Covert SR, especially this one. This is my go-to. You guys know it, right? So, first, just like with the Nemesis, first shot, regular shot, next shot, everything else is all one-shot kills. Same thing as the Nemesis with this gun, right? Same thing. Overcharged. You see that? Overcharged. Now you follow me here? You follow me? So this is phenomenal. This one is good too, because of the fact that you have support for this now. It sits at a 3-tier, but every single time you get a kill, every time you fire this weapon, you crank it up. You see what I'm saying? You crank it up a skill tier every time you get a kill, and you got it set up at a 1-shot kill now with this build. 5-tier. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna last longer. You feel me? So you still will have to wait a cooldown, but once you get to a 6-tier and you overcharge, the cooldown just increases rapidly. Follow me? So yeah, your regular cooldown is like 19 seconds on that decoy. But again, we already know what it does. We already know what the deal is if we're using the Mantis. So pick your poison. Just a real quick attribute breakdown in the rain. Yeah, so, and this is a variant that I use this one, and of course the Mantis version, but I keep the decoy. So, but anyway, here we go. And the reason why I keep the decoy with this again is because I can build up the decoy, skill, that I can build up the duration and all of that stuff with this marksman rifle. So there you go. Right, overcharging 4 shots. That's pretty dope, right? Keep that in mind. We talked about that earlier, the 4-shot rule with the hot shot. Well, with this marksman rifle, it's a 4-shot overcharge because you're at a 3-tier. Got it? Get it? Got it? Good. Let's check out our attributes, and we'll call it a wrap. Right, you got armor regen right there in your mask, a little skill haste. As you can see, 15 on the weapon damage. Going down to our chest plate, we got crits in there and some weapon handling, right? Much needed weapon handling for especially if you're going to take the Merciless route, right? You got damage to armor because of the ninja backpack, second slot filled, right? From the resourceful talent. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me just do this real quick so I'm not just throwing stuff out there people don't know. For new guys, this is the resourceful talent. Basically, if you have three gear pieces, it turns into a 4-piece. 2-piece turns to a 3-piece. 1-piece turns to a 2. Boom. Get it? Got it? Good. That is the resourceful talent. You see you got your 3 cores here, 3 main cores, and some skill haste, 12%. Moving right on down, we checked this one out already, but you got your crits in there, right? And then down here, you got some more armor regen and your 2nd skill tier, right? And your 3rd is coming from your technician bench. And since we're standing right outside, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're brand spanking new to the game and you're new to the channel, I'll show you. You'll hear me talking about it. I almost always run technician, by the way. So whenever you hear me talking about skill tiers, this is what I'm talking about. It's right up here. This, see where the orange is highlighted? Extra skill tier, right? So you get an extra skill tier. Another cool thing we'll check out right here is your artificer, right? Your skill efficiency, post resistance, all of this stuff, technician stuff. We talked about the Merciless. This is the rifle. When I say you have to have the rifle highlighted, this is what I was referring to in order to get this. This is the laser pointer. Get it? Got it? Good. I think technician is the absolute best. If you're brand spanking new and you get the chance to pick your specialization, if you get that pack, bro, get technician. Get technician. I had to work my way through technician once I find out how phenomenal it is. But I started out with this one over here, demolitionist, right? But anyway, let's go. Let's finish looking at our attributes here, right? We got some explosive resistance on here. Our glove, I think we checked out already, but if we didn't, weapon handling there as well. So we got a nice amount of weapon handling. Let's go to stats real quick and look at that. Weapon swap speed is basically your weapon handling at 55%. So we got 55% weapon handling. Can you think of any other guns that you would like to use that needs weapon handling? Like the Bullet King, there's others, I guess you could use Bullet King on this build if you're going to be focused on your headshots. Bullet King headshots would be insane on this. You know what I mean? That would be crazy. because you just keep running. You never run. You landing them shots. You getting headshots. You got 55% weapon and you're never running out of the ammo. So you just going crazy with the Bullet King. So this is a really good build. I really like this build, right? Again, it's going with the hybrid theme. Again, 3 skill tiers all come from the Ninja backpack combination. You know, it's the Ninja backpack that's giving you 3 skill tiers on this build, right? And you get 1, of course, from your. You get 2 from the Ninja backpack and the Brazo holster. It's giving you your additional skill tiers. That's why you only see 1, but you can still overcharge with this build. Absolutely fun. I love that combination. You will see it over and over again. Whenever I'm using a Ninja backpack, I always use that Brazo holster because it gives me an automatic 3 skill tiers. Now I can do whatever I want with the rest of the build, but I got them 3 skill tiers. I can always overcharge as long as you have 3 skill tiers. It's very easy to overcharge. So listen, with all that said, I'm gonna get out of here. That was the attribute breakdown. I wanted to come back here and make sure that I added that. And yeah, we're good. Let's get out of here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. We will keep it moving. I have an update coming for you guys, and we're going to be talking about some of the stuff that I got going on with music and network, you know, music that's going to TV shows, movies, and all of that stuff. We'll be updating that. I got to make some changes on my website. It's merging with another company. Blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about that in a different video. With all that said, we are out of here. Peace.